old castle right out on the point.
Yeah, go to the next one.
Yeah.
So you can see it at the end. I think I have pictures.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
And it was just fun to, explore that, and just sit and look out the windows, and
Basil.
yeah, it was special.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nancy. Well, Liguria created pesto, so the basil, Parmesan cheese, pine nuts, garlic. So this is a bronze statue that's relatively new. It wasn't there the first year. Mother Nature. And she's looking out at sea, wondering where her fisherman husband is. This is some of the wall that's left of the castle. And you see the water, it's gorgeous. And the fountain. So I don't have a lot of the shops there, okay, so you can hold there. But some of the shops, like, we'll go in and it's just counters full of all kinds of olives, peppers, all kinds of bread, lemons, artichoke hearts in olive oil. And so we usually gather that and go and sit on the seawall and have our lunch. Tomatoes. It's a deli, incredible deli. And this year I had a lot of shoppers. And they found earrings made of olive wood, which I never, in that shop, which I didn't see then and had never seen. Anybody else want to say anything? We're going to, we're moving right along here. We're going to Pisa. So we leave the Cinque Terre and take a train ride about an hour and 10 minutes to the Leaning Tower of Pisa. We just stay here a little bit, like a couple hours, and it rained that day. So we walked a long time in the rain because we got lost. Next time we take the €1 bus. But I've been reading other blogs, and you see the basilica, they call it. There's an incredible church, and if you go on the side door, you can go in for free and sit there and then turn around and look at all the beauty. You don't have to go, you don't have to pay. And then the Leaning Tower, it's pretty cool. It really is leaning, and people actually walk around the edge. You see that? You can walk on the outside and go to the top. No. And Cindy's holding it up. You see everybody doing all kinds of strange things in the yard, trying to hold it up.
Oh my God.
What was that?
Well, you're that woman who did a handstand.
Did you put, no, I didn't have that in there, okay.
I thought we did have.
A woman doing a handstand.
Yeah, with her legs.
With their legs apart.
And the tower.
In the tower. Yeah. So let me just tell you about Lucca. Lucca is a very cool town. It's in northern Tuscany, about an hour northwest of Florence. And well, they had 3 walls, but this one wall that was built in the 1500s during the Renaissance time is still there. And you can ride your bike on top, you can go for walks, there's beautiful trees. Yeah, go back to the wall. I thought I do have a few more of the wall, but here you can see, this is the top of the wall. It's about 30, 40 feet wide. It's actually a park. And it's, I think, 30 feet high. Okay, and then it goes around the city. So you can look down and see the tops of the rooftops of the buildings and the houses.
And it was about 3 miles around.
3 miles around, so we rode our bikes a couple of times around. There are bike rentals everywhere. Inside the city center, most people are riding bikes or walking. So I tend to go to these places where we walk and we're outside and there aren't a lot of cars zooming by and Vespas honking their horn and jumping out of the way. So this is a very peaceful, sweet town. Napoleon overtook it. It's never been bombed or anything, but he peacefully overtook it. And I think he either put his sister in charge, and she did a lot of music and art in the town, and you feel it, don't you? And there are, I don't know, piazzas probably 20, 30 piazzas, big town squares where everything happens. There are 40 functioning churches. I think within the walls are 10,000 people within the wall. But there are probably 8 portals that you can leave the wall. And then there's more of Lucca outside of that protected area. And then gorgeous churches.
Tell them about how there's that green sward, there's the whole.
Yeah, I might have a picture.
So that all the way around it, there is more city on the other side, but you don't see it.
Right.
I feel like you're in a
Right.
city that's just old and
So you
no
have a wall.
skyscrapers or anything.
You have a wall, and beyond, and right beyond that is this green, the green area, which I think the I want to say army
Yes.
would be there to protect the wall. So,
It's why they were never overtaken.
yeah. Oh, right. It was a moat.
It was about,
Yeah. I might have more pictures, so I thought I organized it, but then we go to a concert by Puccini. Well, he's dead. Puccini music, because Puccini was born in Lucca. And they have different musicians here every night. And more shopping. The ceramics are incredible. I just love these two because they have such attitude. Okay? And then they're standing both the same. So this was again outside in the Napoleon Piazza, which is the biggest one. And she weaves, she does silk weaving. So she had her loom, I think I have a picture, but she has her loom and he's the businessman, Lisa and Janie.
this is in the amphitheater.
Yeah, this is one of the piazzas is called the amphitheater. And it's shaped in an oval because there are buildings now where, let's say, the bleachers used to be for the amphitheater. I hopefully have some pictures. Hillary. Just incredibly ornate doors. I mean, the doors are the museums. Yeah, that's a better picture of the wall. You see, we're up on the wall with our bikes, and then you go down, and then there's grass.
Like 2 football fields,
2 football fields.
something like that.
Yeah.
Distance out, and then trees.
Trees, people are picnicking.
Oh.
Okay, so, see, after you ride your bike, then you need a little nourishment. This probably isn't the best. Go back to that. It is I mean, how many of you had this in Lucca? Yeah, Jay did. I have pictures of Jay with chocolate dripping down his beard and his face. Because it's, what is it, Nutella? Nutella, which is chocolate, hazelnut. And they're cooking it right there. But in the dough, not just that, which is incredible, but the dough has bits of orange in it. I'm telling you, it was just incredible. And we would even share one. And you just have chocolate running down. And it's just la dolce vita. What?
Lisa with chocolate running down her face.
Yes.
No, it's all in her braces.
And, yeah, Lisa had chocolate on her braces. And I took pictures of Jay. It's all in his beard and it's dripping down. And Mary and I shared one. We had the same experience. We just didn't take pictures of each other.
Did you get the recipe?
No. Fried, yeah. So this is the amphitheater piazza. And I don't know, I think there might be another picture, but it's in an oval shape, and all around are music stores, restaurants, and you see the tents. I mean, I love eating outside, and you can find anything that you want.
And that's
Oh.
the original,
Yeah, this is the original amphitheater wall. Was that right?
yes.
Yes. Now, the reason I hesitated because there are segments, as I said, there used to be 3 walls in Lucca. Here, 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 like medieval, ancient, Roman, medieval, and then Renaissance. And there are little parts left over, but I don't know where those are for sure. Anybody else want to say something? Sally, you wanted to say something earlier. You haven't been to Lucca. No, but you could talk about where you've been. Here. Because I'm gonna pause here.
Mary Ellen, you want to
Mary
go?
Oh,
Ellen, Mary Ellen.
We'll just, I'll tell you who he is. I hired a private guide, Gabrielle. You wanna talk about him?
Oh, he was fabulous. Gabrielle, we spent 3 hours with our first morning that we were there, Luca, the first full day. And he took us all over town. We walked all that entire time. And this was into one of the old, a museum that they were renovating. That they, in the renovations, they found this artwork on the, underneath a layer of what they had been tearing down to see what was there. So this is, I don't know whether this is 12th or 13th century or even before that.
Even before.
That this work had been done in Lucca. But he was wonderful as well. He was very entertaining, and he had 10 of us, of course, asking questions, and he stayed calm and cool and collected the whole time, which was great. Lucca, to me, I loved Lucca because I loved the biking, of course, because I like biking and like being outside. But there was also this, even though we were in a city that seemed very, I didn't realize it had 10,000 people in it. I thought it was much smaller than that because it's only 3 miles in circumference inside that wall. And yet, there weren't that many cars. We walked everywhere, and the streets were narrow, but there were lots of piazzas, little piazzas here and there, everywhere you walked. It was just this real relaxed, sort of very Italian flavor for me. And the bed and breakfast that we stayed in, I had a bedroom upstairs on the 2nd floor, and my window, it was fabulous. It was like, 2 or 3 layers of windows, the wood, the window, an inner window, shutters and all that. And you opened all this, just like you see in the movie, you open them out and you open them in, and then outside is this wonderful old courtyard where other families were going in and out of their homes as well. So you hear voices out there till 1 and 2 in the morning from the people coming in off the street, and then early in the morning, maybe a delivery truck, or it was just really my sort of image of how those places would be in those back streets or those little sort of nooks and